Okay. Time to make the video. Please load my notes. Ooh. In the last 6 months, so much has changed, and I have to give a lot of that credit to trying new things, being open-minded about stuff, and just kind of seeing what happens. I started to be able to nail down a morning routine and a nighttime routine, and those things have kickstarted so many habits that I've been trying to kickstart for years, and I can't believe that it was such a small change that let me kickstart so many other habits. Some people might call that like a keystone habit. I wanted to make a quick video for you guys about the 3 things that I've started doing that have kind of been a catalyst for bigger life changes, small changes that I've done that have had big impacts. Number 1 for me is going to be audiobooks. It's really hard to sit down and just open a book and read for 20 minutes. For some reason, despite the fact that I'm reading, I feel like I'm wasting time. So for me, audiobooks, when I can put an audiobook in and brush my teeth, get ready for the day, take a shower, go for a run, like I can do all those things while reading a book. To me, that's like, okay, yeah, my mind's engaged while I'm doing mindless things like brushing my teeth, and I can learn a ton from it and things start to click. Because of that, I end up reading, if you want to consider reading, I end up going through a book about every 1.5 weeks to 2 weeks at the speed because they're just playing in the background. And so you can actually learn so much just by putting it into your head through an audiobook. They just start my day out on an amazing note, and I feel like I've gotten so much done by the time I'm like 2 hours into my day that it kickstarts me to continue to be productive throughout the rest of my day. Number 2 is that small habits have been kickstarting bigger habits. I noticed this during the 30-day challenge that I'm running on Patreon with some of you guys that participate. What we're doing is we're doing nightly routines and doing them every day as best as we can. And what I found is by making that small change in the night before, I'm having huge changes in the next morning. In fact, I freaked myself out one night because I woke up at like 2 a.m. and I sat up and I walked over to my desk and everything was laid out and my clothes were folded sitting here on the desk because I was going running the next morning. And I was like, I just sat there for a second and I was like, what is going on? Like, I've never been this type of guy to like, I just freaked myself out because I'm like, whoa, I'm like, I don't know, it may sound dumb, but I'm just like, I'm folding my clothes the night before and I was like, holy crap, like I just feel weird about it. I really do. It made me want to mess them up just because. But I've noticed little things like that have kickstarted other habits. Because I'm doing a night routine, I've started to be able to do a morning routine even better, and I'm starting to get around to things that for years I could never get myself to just floss every night. I don't know why, but making these changes, I have been every night, and nights that I don't, I actually want to now. It's weird, it's annoying when I don't, and I can't believe I'm saying that because I hate flossing. It's so annoying, it takes forever. But now I feel weird when I don't do it, and it's just been a big, huge change. I've been able to reach these kind of goals that I was like, I've been trying to do these since college, and now these little habits are kickstarting because of one habit or because of one tiny thing that I've put in place and committed to. And another thing that I've learned that's kind of related is that despite whatever's going on, the people around me are the people that matter. And of course, that translates a little bit towards you guys and towards YouTube, but really, the people in my core groups, people I hang out with consistently, like, am I being a good friend to them? If I'm going to evaluate the people in my life and decide if they're going to be good for me, then I also need to be someone that's good for other people, pushing them to achieve what they're trying to achieve and encouraging them when they're down. All those kind of things. I guess just being a generic good, like a generally good person, a good friend to someone is so much deeper than, I don't know, it's so much deeper than hanging out, but really like caring for your friends and caring for the people around you has become an important thing for me. And I just realized, like, over the course of my life, that's probably going to be one of the most important things throughout my whole life. And so I want to put effort into that area. And you have to be a good friend to other people, but at the same time, you also should be taking a look at the people in your life, not with it just, and this isn't a mean thing, but just like, hey, is this actually good for me? Is it really good for me? Is it a good relationship for me? Is this a good friend for me? Is this a good, whatever, sports team for me? I don't know. Those kind of things, you just have to evaluate it and just decide. And it's not to like look at everyone in your life and just judge them crazy, but it's just like, is this important to me? I think something that's been on my mind a lot is an idea that I'm calling intelligent consumption, which is for those of us at like my age and around, we're consuming so much media and memes and Instagram and on Reddit and all this kind of stuff. But are we being intelligent about what we're letting in, or are we just letting the recommended things kind of push us to watch or read whatever we want to read? But instead, and this is something I'm going to be talking about in the future, is taking control of those things, letting certain news sources in that you should, not letting other ones that you shouldn't, and catering that to you, and it's not a mass thing. Anyways, I wanted to make this video for you guys and invite you guys to join me on these 30-day challenges that we do on Patreon. We do have an app coming out, hopefully in August, hopefully in the middle of September, somewhere in there, where we will be able to log our days, keep track of a group percentage and your personal percentage of completing these tasks. So hopefully that will be being released soon. However, I have no however. I'm drinking coffee. I be chilling. And yeah, that's today's video. I hope it helps you guys out. Bye bye.